Hi, folks. Piney Woods Prepper here. It's been a good while, probably close to a year, since I've last posted a video. And honestly, I just ran out of something to say. Oh, I could have. A lot of these guys, they just repeat, repeat what they do. Maybe they'll say it a little bit different way, but that's not me. I choose not to do that. So I just took a little hiatus, and from here on forward, I probably won't do a whole lot of videos unless I have something to say, because that's just who I am, and that's how I operate. But I do have something to say today, so I'll get into it and quit rambling. Um, Over the past few years, I've suffered several falls. Uh, a couple of times, a rambunctious cow knocked me down while they were trying to get to the feed when I was feeding them, and one cow would butt another out of the way, and a couple of times knocked one into me. And when a 1,500-pound cow hits you in the back, one of you got to give, and it ain't going to be the cow. So there's that, and then um, just walking out in the pasture or even in the yard, if I would catch my toe on a vine or something, I'd do a face plant. I did that several times, and I was thinking, well, am I am I getting old and feeble, or what's the deal? What's going on? So I happened across an article or a video, I don't remember which one it was now, that was talking about a way to improve your balance. So that interested me, so I read it or listened to it, whatever. And it was talking about this form of, for lack of a better term, exercise that you can do that will help improve your balance, as well as several other things in your life. And what this exercise, that's what I'll call it for now. What it's called is Tai Chi, Taichi, Tai Chi. Basically, it's a ancient Chinese martial arts form. Only it's not like karate or jujitsu, any of those. It's Tai Chi is basically, it's really good for old people, especially, but even younger people, because all of the movements are slow and precise and relaxed, and just uh, it's ideal for somebody that can't do high impact exercises or whatever. So I decided I would look into this Tai Chi thing. And of course, my main motivation was to improve my balance. So where did I go? I went to YouTube, and there are hundreds, if not thousands, of YouTube videos about Tai Chi. Some of them just talking about the mechanics of it, and some of them demonstrating the forms. And, and there are several of them that that they'll do a maybe a 15-minute, maybe a 30-minute uh, set of set of these exercises that you can follow along with, which is the way I started. And but the thing is, you never stop when you start. It's continuous motion. It's slow, and in a perfect world, it's precise, but it 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 concentrates on relaxing, uh, on your breathing, and on the movement. You know, they talk about water in a river or a creek that flows, and basically that's kind of you the way you look at this exercise. Um, in fact, they call it a flow because just like water, you move, and you don't. It's nothing jerky, and you don't stop until you get done. So, uh, bottom line is, I have been trying to learn some of it. Uh, I've been working on it for 2 or 3 months, uh, just kind of in a casual manner. And there are, in this Tai Chi, there are several different, I guess you would call them routines that you can do. There's a like a 8 form, which is 8 individual movements that you do, and one one movement leads right into the next one, into the next one, into the next one, so that it's a continuous flow. So there's a 8. I think there's a 16 flow. Uh, the one I'm working on is a 24 flow, um, and I mean, it goes up to 108 or something like that, and maybe higher, but those are the ones that I've looked at, and you can do any or all of them. But I chose the 24 form because um, it 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 has everything I think I need to. At least, I'll start with that. I'll learn it, but you learn the 24 movements or flows, but that's not the end of it. That's just the beginning. Once you learn, it's like a dance, I guess. Your hands do certain things, your feet do certain things, your body does certain things, and it's all coordinated into these flows. But to do the forms, and you learn the forms first. Uh, at least this is the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to I'm going to learn each of the 24 forms, of course, they're all put together, and like I say, one form flows into the next one, into the next one, etc., etc. And then once I've learned the movements, the hand movements coordinated with the foot and the body movements, once I've learned that and get pretty familiar with it, then I will concentrate on the important stuff, which is breathing, which is relaxation, which is body awareness, being aware of what you're doing or how you're feeling. This Tai Chi, I'm not into it as deep at all, really, at this point. But some people say they can, like when their hands are, say, like this, that they can actually feel energy between their hands. It's the term is chi, chi, which is basically energy. And I don't know if that's their imagination or if there's something to it, but I guess I'll find out, because I'm not gonna discount anything, but uh, I'm not gonna try to pretend it's magic or anything. But Tai Chi, I like the way I heard it explained one time. Is in some of these other martial arts forms, uh, you use strength and agility, and Tai Chi is basically the same, but you don't push against someone. In fact, you you give, you give, and then you take advantage of their inertia and get them to go the way you want them to go. And of course, along with that are punches and heel strikes and kicks and knees and uh, parries and uh, chops and different things. But in doing these forms, it doesn't look like, it doesn't feel like there's any that you're fighting, that there's anything connected with martial arts. But there are some videos where they will show one of the flows, one of the movements, and then they will explain what's happening there, and which makes a little more sense, helps you understand it. But so far, I'm enjoying it, and I'm just doing it by myself. Uh, Miss Sarah, my wife, she has mentioned doing it with me a few times, but she fell and broke her wrist, and although she's got the cast and the brace and everything off, there's still weakness and soreness, and so she's probably not gonna get involved with it, at least until all that's done. But I watch these videos, and the beauty of it is, once you learn, say, the 24 form that I'm trying to learn, which I'm only about 4 or 5 flows into it. I got a long way to go, but I'm in no hurry. Um, But once you learn this 24 form, for instance, then you can do it anywhere, anytime. Uh, People might look at you funny if you're out in public and you're doing these slow, you know, flows, but but and there's no special equipment, no equipment at all. You can do it with shoes on. You can do it barefooted. You can, I guess, you can do it naked if you wanted to. But I ain't gonna do that. But uh, it's it. There's no equipment involved, and it doesn't take a lot of room. Maybe a 6 or 8 foot square is about all you need, because you do take a few steps and move. But if you're interested in something like this, if you need to improve your balance, or if you need to improve your actually your self awareness, uh, because this really, I will find myself, my shoulders will be tensed up, and it helps me to recognize that and to relax. And so, that's just another benefit. But even if you're a young person, if you'll learn it, it helps. It helps your physical ability, your stamina, because even though you're not lifting weights or not doing isometrics or anything, but your arms are never at your side. You're never at rest. So even though you don't realize it, you're moving and you're building up stamina and energy. So even if you're a young person, but especially if you're an older person like me, and there's no age limit. There are people well into their 90s who practice Tai Chi um, on a regular basis. Uh, but even if you're younger, learn it now, and you won't have the problems I have as an older guy. Uh, and that's a great benefit in itself. So, Tai Chi. Um, if you're interested, get on the internet. you can find you can find all kind. I don't know that I had ever heard about it. I'm sure I have heard the term, but I just never paid any attention. But now that I do know about it, I'm glad I found it. It's enjoyable. It's although it feels like it's easy, um, it does kind of tire you out after a while. So it has a lot of advantages. So uh, I would I would recommend that at least look into it. And if it's not for you, that's fine. So be it. But it wouldn't hurt to find somebody that there's a guy. I'll give a plug here to a guy that I started watching and following along with him, who does these flows. He doesn't do the 24 form, any of the forms, but he does the individual flows. I don't know if it's random or not, but he goes from one to the other, and there again, some of them are 15 minutes long, some of them are 30, 35, 25 minutes, and his name is Potts, Dr. Potts, and unfortunately I can't remember his first name. But if you look up Tai Chi and Potts, Potts, uh, he does a pretty good job, and uh, he's real easy to follow. And but there are others. There are others that do a good job. He's just the one that I found. So with that, I'll shut this thing down. But I appreciate you hanging with me and giving me an excuse for not being around here in a while. But I promise I'm going to try to at least do a few more things. I may talk about Tai Chi again once I've learned more about it. But so this is the Piney Woods Prepper saying thanks for coming along with me. Take care, God bless, and be safe out there.